Inside the Barriers, brought to you by Bet Deluxe. Serious betting for serious punters.
Hello and welcome to Inside the Barriers, Bet Deluxe, another double header, of course, of Group 1 racing action on a rain-sodden track up there in Sydney, sadly, on a heavy 10. The big one there is the Coolmore Classic, and it's a Group 1 event, and the double header of beauty at Flemington, and we've got a good 4 there. Newmarket and Australian Cup Day, and here's the man, young Paul. How are you?
I'm very well, BM. Looking forward to doing it all again. Big weekend of Group 1 racing, but this Coolmore Classic is going to be an absolute cracker, I think.
Heavy 10. Waller's got 7 of the 17 that have accepted. We've seen all the lead up, the semi-finals. This is the big one, the Group 1.
It is indeed, and it's a big one for the punters as well at Bet Deluxe. Make sure you leave your trifecta comments, your trifecta picks for the punters pick for the Coolmore Classic in the Facebook comments section there to go into the running to win that $500 Dan Murphy's gift voucher, BM. We didn't have any giveaways last week with the trifecta, but hopefully the punters can get one this week. And we start with Fangirl as a $6 favourite, Espiona at $6.50. Highly touted filly, this Espiona.
Yeah, it's accepted in the Peter Pan as well.
She is, yeah. I don't really know if she's really lived up to the hype just yet. She's still a very juvenile horse, but she's right in the thick of things here. Lighthouse at $7, Expat at $7.50, the Millie Fox Stakes winner, and Hinged as well. She's one of my favourites, just quietly, at $8.50. But look, I really like Lighthouse each way in this race. I think racing on the quick backup, it's a clear sign that she's pulled up fantastically well from her race in the Canterbury Stakes. She was really good behind Forbidden Love. I think the issue for her last up was she was behind a horse that was sort of regressing as they came into the straight. It didn't really give her a card up, and she had to flush out 3 wide and make her run from about the 500 mark. And she did a fantastic job to get as close as she did to Forbidden Love, who had an easy time of it up front. But I think she's going to be my each way go in the race, BM.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the way she's going, Lighthouse, her form is pretty close to impeccable, bar a couple of narrow defeats. I like the way she kept going through the line. So the Waller, the Fangirl, Espiona, how do you measure them?
Look, I think the form is more based on hype, to be honest. I think Fangirl's got a little bit more substance than Espiona, but I know we saw what Espiona did at Flemington back in the Spring Carnival. That's correct. I just think the wet track, especially for a young horse, she probably hasn't filled out as much. And we know how good Chris Waller is with these fillies and mares as they get older. So I think this horse will only get better next preparation as it goes into the spring as a 4-year-old. So I'd be keep an asterisk on her, but I don't think today's the day for her. I think she'll drift. I think Lighthouse is the one that the market's going to hone in on.
There's one hidden away here at pretty good odds, a very good wet tracker that's owned by a good mate of ours.
Yes.
Oh, Wunderbar.
Wunderbar, yeah. It's around about the $15 to $16 quote. Pre-post betting was around $50.
Oh.
So it won the Newmarket there at Newcastle last start. So hopefully Mickey Horn at the Bet Deluxe office, hopefully they can get up. I've got her in the trifecta, in the punters pick. Yep. So I've gone 4, 6, 7. I've gone Lighthouse, Expat and Wunderbar. Like that Millie Fox Stakes form, Mark Newnham's a very good trainer. She handles the wet track as well. She's in for second, and I've got Wunderbar in there for third. A little bit of a sentimental pick as well, but she handles the wet track too, VM.
OK, I'm with you. I'm with Lighthouse number 4, and I think the two, Espiona and Fangirl, 15 and 16. That's my trifecta, 4, 15 and 16. Might help those who are trying to get that $500 voucher from Uncle Dan.
Fingers crossed, BM. Fingers crossed.
Great race. It's a beauty, the Coolmore.
It is indeed. Looking forward to
Group 1
into it.
Yep, OK. Let's now have a good look at one of the first of 2 fantastic races at Flemington. Let's go with the Newmarket. You've got the favourite, the 3-year-old, Lightning Stakes winner, Home Affairs.
Yeah, he's a $3.30 elect as well and very well backed. But the one that's been best backed in this market is Lost and Running. So he comes down from Sydney, brings some strong sprinting form down. John O'Shea's got him flying at the moment. He's a $3.70 elect, been in from the $5 quote. Artorias at $11. He's starting to become a little bit of a pest.
He's a chaser,
for the punters, I think. Yeah, he gets back, he runs home. He's always a flashing light runner. He's $11. Mars Crusader at $12. Snap Dancer at $13, who's absolutely airborne at the moment, but I think she might just be a little bit outclassed. Home Affairs is a beast.
OK.
Absolute beast.
Paul, here are the stats since the turn of the century, since the year 2000. We've had 22 runnings of the Newmarket Handicap. 3-year-olds have won 10 of the 22. Males have won 6 of the 10. you go back to sort of Colt sort of won it two years ago. Bivouac carried 54, Brazen Bow 52. You've got to go way back to Weekend Hustler, who carried 56, but he was flying at the time. He was a gelding. Home Affairs has won the Coolmore up the straight in the spring, Group 1. Terrific performance to beat Nature Strip. Had the weight advantage, but he's got a good horse's weight, a good colt weight here.
Yeah, I think he's drawn the right part of the track as well, out wide. And I think what really got me, the alarm bells ringing for him last start on the win was the fact that he drifted and he still won. Yes. I know Nature Strip missed the start and all the commotion that
had a chance though to run him down.
I think so. Yeah. But the fact that he drifted told me that he wasn't screwed down. Clearly wasn't screwed down for that race. And this is going to be his grand final too. So I think he's going to start a lot shorter than the $3.30 quote. I think the market's going to hone into the straight form and his solid form around Nature Strip. And I think Lost and Running will be thereabouts, but it's too short at $3.70. And then basically double figures the rest. Artorius it'll be back in the ruck trying to find a way out and running on, but Home Affairs all the way for me. And
they're pretty lucky, these horses that have come down to Melbourne, particularly like, as you say, the import down from New South Wales, one of the main chances, Lost and Running. They're on a good deck. You know, we've just been getting fantastic tracks here in Melbourne.
Exactly, and especially if they come away from, like sometimes those wet tracks can make them a little bit sore when they come down, and then you get into a fast run race up the straight and you're sort of left plodding. And look, this Home Affairs, it maps beautifully as well. He just puts himself up there and, I mean, he's undefeated up the straight, he handles it. As I said, he's going to be in the right part of the track.
Where's your speed?
Look, that's the question too. I think Snap Dancer will try to go forward. Yeah. I mean, they're going to chance their arm going up in grade, obviously, and those connections, Brad Spicer, you know, we know how good they are in those grand final races, and Kieran Martin, Dave Eustace, you can't really knock them. But I just think she's going to be a little bit outclassed by a horse like Home Affairs. He's just a beast of a runner. He just puts himself up there, and he'll be charging through the line late, and he's the one to beat for me, BM.
What about the Kiwi horse Levant? Multiple Group 1 winner, comes here, broke 1.7 for 1,200 in New Zealand with the alarm clocks over there 2 starts ago. He's at the top of his game. He might be one that could run to the top 4 at a bit of odds.
He could be. I just think our horses here are just...
They are better.
They're just too sharp.
I think you're right.
That's the only thing. But yeah, potentially if he stays here and maybe goes down to a Group 2 or Group 3 sprint up the straight could be the way to go. But
good call.
I just think our horses are much faster than him.
Okay, what about thinking over coming down for the Australian Cup?
Yeah, I love this horse. Kerry Parker's got him going absolutely brilliantly at the moment, and he brings the best form in the country. He's a $2.90 favourite. Spanish Mission at $4.20. Duas at $8. Cascadian, our old mate, he who shall not be named, at $8.50. A little bit of each way money for She's Ideal. Been about $14 into $10. Was a cracking run behind Very Elegant last start, but had a big SP. Had a big starting price last start, so I think that's a little bit of a knock. Think it over. He's just back to the good track. Nashua Willa, perfect barrier, the best weight for age form in the country around Very Elegant.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't think you can't go wrong putting money on this horse at the moment. He's going to be my best of the weekend too.
Is he?
Yep. Yeah. Love him. I think he's just going to get the perfect run, back on top of the deck. It's perfect for him.
What do you do with Spanish Mission?
I think he needs further.
Yeah.
And I think the price is way too short.
Might be a bit too sharp for him here.
Was a good run last start. I didn't mind the run, but I think getting up towards that sort of 2,400 metre and beyond mark is going to be his realm. That's when he's going to peak. And, Peter Moody, when he gets him up in distance, he'll have him peaking sort of 3rd, 4th and 5th up. I'd be keeping an eye on him, but not for me in this race. I think he's under the odds.
And Duas had the flashing light on top of its head, didn't see daylight until it was all over. Gets onto good decking here. Josh Parr comes down to ride. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think, again, too short purely because of the map. I think he's going to be back behind them, whereas Think It Over is going to be, probably 6, 7, 8, 9 lengths ahead of him, and he'll be getting the run of the race. So I think Duas will probably drift, but keep an eye out for Duas late.
So you've made Think It Over your best for the day?
Yep, it's going to be my best alongside Flying Mascot, race 2, number 4. BM, so I'll be keeping a keen eye on Flying Mascot. I know she's going to go towards the All-Star Mile, but she maps perfectly. She should be in the lead. Tarath might try to take her on, but I think she's got the speed to hold her out. And it was tough to split, but Think It Over my best, and then the next best is Flying Mascot, race 2, number 4.
Well, my best is going to be Flemington, race 2, Groovy Kind of Love, down the bottom there, number 9. I love the Yonce form.
Yes.
Got back, didn't have the best of luck, but ran up and just found Yonce too good. Got 2 kilos off Yonce, but Yonce is flying. I just think it's the perfect race. And a bloke called it Jay McDonald jumps on.
Yeah, he goes all right.
He goes good. He goes good. So that's me.
We're going
Race
head to
2,
head again.
number 9.
We're going head to head again.
Yep.
There we go. There it is.
There it is, yeah. So you're Flying Mascot. I'm Groovy Kind of Love, but it's a terrific day. Great to be back at Flemington. This is day 2 of this fantastic carnival. All-Star Mile next week. It's going to be a ripper. So who knows?
Yeah, Super Saturday this weekend. And again, as well, make sure, leave your punters' picks in the Facebook comments section for the Coolmore Classic. Again, just to reiterate my numbers, 467, Lighthouse, Expat and Wonder Bar to go into that running to win the $500 Dan Murphy's gift voucher if you can pick that trifecta BM. Okay. And don't forget as well, I know you always plug them, tips.betdeluxe.com.au for my handiwork.
Yep.
They'll be up there. All the tips for Flemington and Rosehill will be up there at 9 a.m. on Saturday. So keep an eye out for those, BM.
All-Star Mile at Flemington up in Sydney. A big one there called the Golden Slipper.
There's plenty of good racing going on, but you've got one.
Lady
going
Lagoon's going to be in the Golden Slipper.
Keep an eye, maybe a little each way bet. Hopefully she can get a good track.
Linda Meach.
Nice, fingers crossed.
Linda Meach.
Good luck, BM.
Good on you, mate. There we go. That was Inside the Barriers, brought to you by Bet Deluxe. Serious betting for serious punters. Gamble responsibly.
Inside the Barriers, brought to you by Bet Deluxe. Serious betting for serious punters.